Hi guys, it's Ashley from Ashley's Paper Heart, and today I thought we could do a junk journal with me in my current junk journal, which I am almost done with, and I am excited to move into my new one. Um, I only have a few pages left, so I will probably be doing a flip through within the next couple weeks. So the spread that I'm working on now, I think I was working on it close to Valentine's Day. I was pretty inspired by the pink paper over on the left and all those soft tones, and I really wanted to mirror the pink paper and then also the colors in the illustration with the bear on the right side. So I dug through my scrap box. Yes, I have a giant scrap box. I don't know if anyone else has that. Do you guys have like a bunch of scraps? How do you keep your paper scraps in order? I kind of just have this box that was, for an order in the mail that I just took the top off of and I just throw all my papers in there. It's honestly probably not the best way to organize your scraps because I, have to dig through it and kind of don't know what I have. So, if you have any suggestions on how to organize your scrap pieces of paper, I would love to hear them. And yeah, that was a pretty big tangent. So, anyways, back to the journal. So, I decided to use this piece of printed vellum, and I really want to play with transparency more, honestly. I have tried in the past to use vellum, but really couldn't figure out how to use it in a way that really worked with the spread. Something else that I've been noticing as I've been working in junk journals more is that when I have a page like the one on the right with the illustration, I have a hard time trying to figure out how to balance things that I would add into the spread, but still highlight or maintain the integrity of the illustration that was already there to begin with. I don't know if anyone else runs into that problem. So this time I am trying to highlight it and not cover it up, but just add using colors that kind of already match the colors that are already in the illustration, if that makes sense. So here is a tag that I got, I think from a pen pal. I think it's like a clothing tag of some sort, maybe something for a dry cleaner. So I start hand lettering the phrase, "Let all that you do be done in love." And I think this is a Bible verse. I'm not sure. I'm not a particularly religious person per se. I'm definitely more spiritual. But this quote really spoke to me. I think, especially with how difficult the past year has been with the pandemic, that we really need to focus on loving each other and being kind to one another. I've seen so much ugliness in the world, things that, I couldn't even imagine that people were capable of. Just, it just blows my mind. And I think if we all kind of focused more on loving each other and treating each other with kindness and grace, that things would probably improve pretty quickly. So I know for myself, I try really hard to approach every person, every situation with kindness and understanding because you never know what someone is going through that makes them behave a certain way, you know. Hopefully that's not a huge tangent. So something else you'll notice about this tag is that on the other side I had also hand lettered the exact same phrase, just with a different kind of pen. I used a brush pen. Um, the paper kind of like soaked up the ink and it kind of just feathered and spread. So I decided to go ahead and try again on the other side. So here's a friendly reminder that if you mess something up, just cover it up with something pretty. So I took this vintage illustration that I had printed out and put it on the front to cover up my mistake. I'm learning more and more that, especially with, well, any sort of paper craft, it's kind of easy to fix your mistakes, to just cover it up with something pretty. I will say that I do think this spread turned out pretty good. I am working more and challenging myself to use color more often, and especially things like these pastel pinks and greens, things that I don't normally use. I usually stick to the more neutral palette, but I've been having a lot of fun working with colors that I probably wouldn't normally work with unless I push myself. So now I'm just finishing up this tag and adding some washi and making sure that the stickers on the back are going to stay down. And now I'm adding this little airmail stamp. I found this bag of stamps a while ago at a thrift store, and I have steadily been using them all up. And I'm going to be so sad when they're all used, but that's something you gotta do. You can't hoard your pretty items. That's something that I'm learning. So now that we're wrapping up the video, I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. All this helps my channel to grow. So I'll see you next time. Bye.